All right. Hello, hello. Good morning, yogis, and welcome to our Wednesday Connect Restorative Yoga class. So, for today's class, I recommend having a bolster and having two blocks handy for your class. If you don't have blocks or a bolster, you can always use a folded or rolled up blanket or small pillows. A big firm pillow, like one that would be on like a king size bed, would be great. And there's always the option to not use props in this class, though in our restorative practice, we do like to utilize the props to help support the body and help the body to really relax into the postures. So that's really the intention of our restorative practice. It is not to create stretch or length or stress in the body. It's to create relaxation and release in the body. And so that's what makes props so important for this practice. So this month, we're focusing on slowing down and being intentional. So, as we move through today's practice, I really encourage you to notice your body and the placement of your body. So, notice, does it feel more comfortable for your hands to be palms facing up, palms facing down? Does it feel more comfortable to let your feet fall out or to let them fall together? Does it feel more comfortable to slightly tilt the chin up or tuck the chin to the chest? So bringing in this awareness and this intentional awareness into each posture. So we're going to start today's practice in a supported fish pose. And for today's fish pose, I'm going to place my bolster across my mat, and my shoulders and my arms are going to rest across this mat, and my head is going to be on the other side. We won't need the blocks for this. So you'll want to come down onto your bottom, extend your legs out long, let your back rest. Now, again, we're getting intentional. We're deciding what feels best in our body. So notice, does it feel better to have your arms on the other side of the bolster? Does it feel better to have them on the bolster? Does it feel better to have the arms coming straight out by your side? Does it feel better to have the arms coming up overhead? So sometimes we have to try something first in order to discover what feels best in our body. And the intention of our fish pose is to open up through the chest and the throat. So you can let your head rest on the mat, find that what feels most comfortable here. And as you come into this first posture, know that at any time you can adjust and move the body. And let's start to become aware of our breath. Feel your inhale expand and your exhale release. And as you take these few opening, mindful, deep breaths, see if you can allow any extra relaxation to occur. Let's start to really get intentional with our breath. Feel your inhale expand and your exhale release. Maybe you can start to send the breath deeper into the belly. Maybe you want to open up a little bit more through the throat by tilting the chin slightly. And I invite you in this moment to consciously give yourself permission to slow down. Give your mind permission to slow down. Give your body permission to slow down. Give your being permission to slow down, to be still, and to listen and observe. If you came to your mat today, assure yourself that this is the only place that you have to be right now. Assure yourself that you've created the time in your schedule for you, to connect with your body, to slow down and be intentional. Let's take a couple more breaths and really focus on opening up through the chest, filling the lungs with the breath. And let's take a deep inhale. Bring your hands down by your side, slowly, gently press your upper body up. Let's come into a nice, tall, seated position. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Be really gentle with your body. Bring the chin through center. Let's gaze over the right shoulder. Chin through center, gaze over the left shoulder. Chin through center, draw the right hand across the front line of the body, using the left hand to really draw that across, creating openness and space through the right shoulder blade. And then we'll switch it out. Draw the left hand across, create space through the shoulder blade. Come back through center, take a moment, roll out the shoulders. Let's take a gentle twist to the right. Draw the right shoulder back. Come back through center, gentle twist to the left. And come back through center. Place your block by your side on the right-hand side. Let's move the other block out of the way. Maybe place it up a little bit on the left-hand side. And let's take our bolster and bring the bolster to the left-hand side of the body from the hip down. Come all the way down onto your back. And we're going to come into a fallen tree by bringing the right leg, bending into the knee, and bringing the foot to the inside edge of the left leg. And then let's bring our head through center. Choose where you want your palms to be. The left leg is staying extended. Do you want the palms down by your side? Do you want the palms in a cactus position, opening up a little bit more through the chest? Do you want the palms spread out to a T, palm facing up or palm facing down? Find your fallen tree. I invite you to close down your eyes. If we were standing, this would be our tree pose. From our backs, it becomes less of a balanced posture and more of a gentle hip opener. Let's become aware of our breath and feel into the inhale and the expansion, and the exhale and the release. And the inhale and the expansion, and the exhale and the release. From here, let's draw that right knee in toward the center of the body. Take your hands, wrap them around the knee, gently pull it in. Let's bring our right hand onto our right knee, left hand onto our left hip. Let's do some gentle circles out with the right knee. Change direction. Then let's draw that knee across the front line of the body and find the bolster on the other side. Now you decide how much your shoulder comes off the mat. In more of our active practices, I recommend keeping the shoulder connected to the floor. But for our more passive practices, like our restorative class, know that you can lift the shoulder up or keep it connected to the floor. Good morning, Nelly. Hello, honey. Nice, sweet girl. Yeah, hi. As long as you're being intentional with where your arm is, that's what matters. And also, it's okay if the knee is floating, but ideally, you can find that support. So if you need to bring your block over and place the block on top of the bolster, or you need two blocks on top of one another, find and create that support in the body. Let that shoulder stay connected to the floor. Let's bring our awareness to our breath. Send a few deep breaths into the belly. See if with your exhale, there's any more relaxation and release that you can bring into the body. Notice if you're holding tight in that extended leg. Notice if you're holding tight in your jaw, in your brow. Let's take a few deep breaths here. Slowly, gently draw the knee back through center. Take a moment, pull it into the front line. Extend your right leg out long. Let's switch the props so that the block is on the left and the bolster is on the right. We'll come into that fallen tree on the left, bending into the knee, bringing that block into whatever amount of support you need through that knee. Your left foot can be on your inner thigh, on your knee, on your calf. And then intentionally decide what you'd like to do with your arms on this side. Maybe you cactus out the arms. Maybe you have the palms down by your side, palm facing up, palm facing down. Maybe you extend your arms overhead. Find what feels good in your body. Breathe into that release. I recommend keeping your neck at neutral and bringing your awareness back to your breath. And then slowly, gently, let's guide that knee into the front line. Take both hands, put a little bit of pressure. Let's bring our right hand onto our right hip, left hand onto our left knee. Do some circles out to the left. Opposite direction. And then slowly, gently guide that knee across the body. See if you can stack your hips. If not, that's okay. And then decide what to do with the left shoulder. Maybe you keep that shoulder pressed into the floor. Maybe you extend your left arm out long. Maybe you bend into that arm. And again, if you need a little bit more height to support the knee, know that you can grab your block on this side. You can have an extra blanket. You could put your pillow on the side. And as you twist, come back to your breath awareness, deep breaths in and out through the nose. Decide if you want to keep your gaze straight up, to the right, to the left. You want to close down your eyes and focus on your breath. Are you holding your breath? Let's take 3 deep breaths here. Send the breath into the belly. Draw your knee back through center. Take a moment, squeeze it into the front line. Plant that foot on the floor. Bring your right foot onto the floor. Shift your knees from side to side. Draw your knees in, rock yourself up. And we're going to grab both of our blocks and come into our stone hinge. Place the bolster on top of the blocks. Bring your legs. Scoot your bum in a little bit. Again, if you need a little bit more height, letting your feet kind of hang. Decide what to do with the arms. I'm going to have mine down by my side. Bring your head through center. As we come into this stone hinge, let's gently rock our head from side to side. Come through center. Let your shoulders settle into the floor. I invite you to close down your eyes and reconnect to your breath. And let's draw our knees in. Wrap your hands around your knees. Gently rock side to side. Slowly, gently roll yourself to one side as you press yourself up. And we're going to set ourselves up for our final resting pose. I'm going to take my bolster underneath my neck and then just place the blocks off to the side. If you don't want to use your bolster underneath your neck for your Shavasana, that's absolutely okay. If you want to use your block or use something else, do so. We'll let ourselves settle into stillness. Again, decide what feels best in your body. Do you want your feet to be wide? Do you want your feet to fall out? Do you want your feet to fall in? Palms facing up, palms facing down. It's my understanding that if our palms are facing up, we are receiving energy and guidance. And if our palms are facing down, we're grounding ourselves down. Grounding ourselves into our physical experience. Start to become aware of your breath. Focus on your inhales and exhales. Let's take a big breath in and a full breath out. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes, roll your wrists and ankles. I invite you to bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Take a deep breath in, filling up your torso. And a full breath out. On this inhale, imagine you're inhaling love, take in as much air as you can. And then exhale, release, let it go. Bend into your knees. Press your palms into the mat as you lift your upper body up. Know that you can extend your Shavasana for as long as you'd like. But if you're ready to close out class, let's press our palms together. Tuck our chin to the chest. It's not always easy to slow down, and it's really easy to be unintentional or unaware of our physical self, our mental self, our emotional self. It's easy to fall into habitual thoughts, habitual patterns. But we have the power and the ability to choose how we move our body, choose the thoughts, choose the words. When we slow down and consciously respond, life gets so much better, more clear, more intentional, more aware. Thank you so much for being here today, for sharing in this space, for showing up for yourself and being a part of this community. The light, the love, the wisdom in me sees, honors, reflects, and encourages the light, the love, the wisdom in you. Namaste. I hope to see you again on your mats very, very soon. And until then, may your light be your guide. If you like this video, if you like this class, be sure to save it, favorite it, share it, subscribe, like, follow, all of the things. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.